I'm going to share my screen right away. So the first thing we are going to do today is downloading the Python codes to our laptops. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going straight on to the course page, first of all, so that I can show you. So let me first of all locate the course page. So you go to the course page, lms.s2p Africa courses. If you are not logged in, please just follow the steps and log in. So let me just stop share now and let me log in. Okay, so I'm right now on the website of S2P Africa, and I'm going to the course IMP 2101. So once you get to that page, you will go down to pre-course guide. So I'm now on the course page. If you go to the pre-course guide and you look down, you will see two folders. The first one is called Venn portion 01, and the second one is Venn 3. So we are going to download the two of them on our laptop. So all you just need to do is to click on that zip folder, and you see that it's downloaded. I'm doing it for Venn 3 now. Okay. So once you do this, if you open your download folder, you will see them there. So what do you do next? The first thing I want you to do is to create a folder that is going to hold all your codes for this course. So you go to your desktop, just right click and go to new folder. You create the folder and name it anything that you want. For example, my own folder for this course is called IMP 2101, so that it will be easy for me to actually know that this is where I stored all the codes for this course. Okay, no questions. Okay, so everyone create your folder and name it. Once you do that, just go to either downloads. In my own case, I can come to download here. If you go to your download folder, you will see the zip folders, Venn portion 01 and Venn 3, the two zip folders. So I'm going to start from Venn portion. Open the folder and you will see extract all. I want to put Venn portion 01 into my new folder, the new folder you just created. So we want to put this Python script into that folder. So click on extract all. And when you get to extract all, it will be asking you, what folder do you want to put this file? You know the name of your folder. So just click on browse. In my own case, I know that my folder is on my desktop. I look for my folder. My folder is IMP 2101. I click on it. Then you click on select folder. So let me go through that one more time in case I'm too fast. Remember, you have created a new folder on your desktop. Now you want to save the Python scripts in Venn portion 01 and the second zip folder into your new folder. So what you do is go to your downloads, go to downloads, look for Venn portion 01 or Venn. So I'm going to use Venn portion 01 for this demonstration. Open it and you will see extract all. Click on that. It's going to ask you, where do you want the file Venn portion 01 to be stored? So click your browser and look for the name of that new folder you just created. In my own case, my folder is IMP 2101. If you click on it, you will see that it is the name that is on that folder and you say select folder, okay? So once you click on select folder, you will see that that folder you have selected will be within this box here. Then you click on extract. So because I already have this file in my own folder, I'm going to skip this, I'm going to stop this, but I need everyone to actually do the extraction. And by the time you open that new folder that you have called, whatever name you've called it, you will see Venn portion 01 in it. Okay, so at this point, I would like to ask, do we have Venn portion 01 in our folders? If you have it in there, please type yes. If you've seen it there, please type yes. If you are still doing it, please click I will soon be finished. Okay, so let me check what is on the chats over here. Okay, yes, I can see some of us. I want us to do this. Once you have successfully done for Venn portion 01, try to do for the other folder also. Make sure that you have those two zip folders in your file. So the names of the zip folders are Venn portion 01 and Venn 3. So just make sure you do for both, and the two of them are there. If you are having any question and any challenge doing this, just type your message in the chat box and we'll attend to it. It is very important that we have our software working properly before we start the lectures proper. Okay, how do I get to extract the zip folder? Remember that you have created your file. So what you do, in case you've left where the folder is, go to download on your desktop. You will see that the folders are there. Open the folder, just like I've done now. You will see at the top, extract all, okay? Click on that. Then it will ask you which folder you want to extract that Python script into. Look for that new folder you created. Mine is on my desktop and it's called IMP 2101. So if you click on it, just say select folder, then extract. Once you do that and you open that new folder you just created, you will see the Python script there. I'm not seeing it as a folder, Eniola. It is opening as a file. Please, can you kindly unmute Eniola? I need to understand what the challenge is. Please unmute Eniola. Eniola, can you just explain to me what the issue is?
Excuse me, Ma. Can you hear me very well?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, no problem. I wanted to say, like, when I open it, it's opening as a file. Like, when I literally open it, I don't know.
When you opened it, where?
When I opened the Venn portion 01, like when I opened it on my downloads, it's opening as a zip file because I've been in a class like this before. It's opening as a zip file. It's not opening as a folder, so I can't extract it.
No, so far is a zip file.
Yes.
You should be able to just click on that zip file, open the zip file.
Okay.
When you open the zip file, check at the top.
Okay, extract.
Extract all.
Okay.
Then it will ask you which folder you want to extract to. Just make sure that you extract it into the new folder you just created for this course today, so that you won't have to be looking for it.
Okay, man, no problem.
And once you extract all, open that folder to be sure it's in there. And do that for both zip files, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
all right.
No problem, ma'am.
Okay,
thank
fantastic. You, let me see if we have any other question. I'm happy, at least most of us are done. Okay. All right, so let's move on now. So the next thing now is to actually make sure that your Anaconda is up. So I guess we have some of us here that will not do this. Go to start, like in my computer, I have to go to start. I see a couple of folders. I see one named Anaconda 3. I open it up and I open the Anaconda Navigator. Mine is already up and running. So I want everyone, kickstart your Anaconda. So this is mine. My Anaconda Navigator is on. We are going to launch our Visual Studio Code from the Anaconda. And from there, we are now going to see how we can open the Python script in Visual Studio Code. So I want to take us through that step. So open up your Anaconda. So once you open your Anaconda, make sure that you look for VS Code and launch it. So my own VS Code is already launched and I'm going to put it up now. So just click on launch and you will see that your VS Code is on. So I'm going to show us how to open the file, the Venn portion, and the other one that we put into our folder in a moment. So VS Code done. Now we want to now open the Venn portion Python code that we saved in our folder. So on your VS Code, go to File and go to Open File. Once you open File, if you have any difficulty locating your file, if you saved on your desktop, just go to your desktop and look for the folder, the name of the folder, and double click it. Once you double click it, look for the Venn portion 01. Mine is here. Mine is here, Venn portion 01. And once you see it, double click. Once you double click, you will see that that script is fully on your VS Code. So if you've successfully done that, just type in Venn portion opened. Now, I thought to try that for the other file, open file. I think the name of the other one is Venn3, if I'm correct. Double click on that one and ensure that it opens. The next thing we are going to do is to be sure that this runs properly. So if you successfully opened Venn3, say Venn3 opened. Okay. If you have any question or you are having any issue whatsoever, if we do this successfully today, it means that you can actually type in your Python code and know how to save it. Now, what we've done now is that there was a code given to us already, and we just opened it on Visual Studio Code. What if you had to type in your own code and then save it? So here you had a zip folder, you saved it in your course folder, you came to Visual Studio Code, you opened it up, and it opened. Now, what if we are doing a tutorial session and we ask you to type in some codes and save it into that folder? How do you go about doing that? Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that now. You will see I'm going to give you a simple code that you can type very quickly. And we are going to use that to teach you how to save. Okay, so this will work for us. Everyone, can you see the lines of code on my screen clearly? If you can, please type yes. If you can't, please type no. If you can see it, I want you to type in exactly what you can see. What you have to do is to first of all say file and say new file. Okay, everyone, file, new file. You will see untitled, file, new file, untitled. Before you start typing, go back to file, save as. So we want to type in new lines of codes. Okay, let me first of all check my chat room. Okay, all of us I think we are all on the same page now. So let me go back to what I'm saying. Let me start afresh. Now I want to give you some lines of code to type because you'll be doing this a lot, especially during the tutorial session, which is majorly hands-on. And you need to open a new file, type in your codes and save it. So go to file, go to new file, okay? So once you open the new file, go back to file and say save as. Once you say save as, ensure that it is going to be saved inside your folder. If it's not your folder coming up, just go back to desktop and look for that folder and select it, okay? Once you've selected that folder, if you look down here, save as type, you will see that this is showing plain text, but we are not saving a plain text. We want to save a Python code. So click that arrow down, go down and look for Python. My Python is here and select Python. Once you select Python, rename that untitled. Rename that untitled. You can say practice. You can name it practice or say testing or anything that you want. So once you do that, click on save. And you will see that the untitled one is now named practice.py, which shows is a Python code. So I want you to successfully do that. Open file, new file, go to file, save as, look for your folder, select it, make sure that you are saving it as a Python document. So you have to click down that arrow, select Python, name your new file, and click on save. So I want to bring out that simple, those lines of code, about 5 or 6 lines. I want you to type it in and for you to save it, okay? Practice code done, good. I want more people to come up. Okay, so while I'm waiting for others, for those that are finished, I'll bring up the code now, and I want you to type it. The code is up, is 6 lines. Type it as you see it. Everything about what is in this code and how to, the interpretation of Python codes will be done within the course. All we are doing today is to ensure that we can actually type in our codes, save it, and ensure that it runs without giving us errors. So that's just what we are going to do today. Please take, everything must be typed exactly the way you see it. Or if you have any errors, this might not run properly. Because the next thing we are going to do now is to run it to be sure that it doesn't give errors. Then we save it. Once you finish typing, go back to file and say save, not save as, or you can do a Control S. Okay. So the next thing we are going to do is to ensure that we are using the right Python interpreter. So everyone look below. You will see my own, you will see this purple space here. And if you look carefully on my screen, mine says Python 3.8.564-bit Conda. If we are not seeing that on our own space below, just click that space. You will see that you have something come up that is saying select your interpreter path. Ensure that you pick Python 3.8.564-bit Conda. It must be Conda, okay? If you can't find it, just say can't find it. Okay, everyone, click that again. What can you see? Whatever it is you can see on your enter interpreter path, let me know. You are either going to have maybe a 3.7.6, depending on the Python that you have. But you just have to make sure that you have a Conda in brackets beside it. I think at this point, I might have to allow some of you unmute yourselves. So possibly it means that your interpreter is not on yet. Is Toby Loba? Okay, Toby, you are here. So some people, their interpreter, their Python interpreter part is not enabled. I want to quickly open my Conda afresh. Can you just, is there a way you can just give a few words that could help them out? I think they need to install the interpreter. Toby, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, Ma.
Good evening.
I think it has to do with the extension they downloaded for their Python. So they should just go to the extensions and specifically download the Microsoft Python extension. Then restart their device.
Okay, should I allow you share your screen?
And mine is working already, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so what I just want you to do is just to put them through right away. So where do they go to install their extension? I know that there's, mine is not, it's because my Conda is just coming up. So my Visual Studio is not on right now. I want to start it again. Okay, so where should they go?
Okay, let me share my screen, please hold.
Okay, please share your screen. Okay, please do that.
Okay, so you go to this button here. This is where these extensions are. The 1, 2, 3. This one.
Okay, everybody, please just watch. Toby, you might have to do it 2 times. Okay.
Okay.
So that,
okay. Yes, this button here that says extension. You click on this, then you search for. Just type in Python. And you see this first one here is from Microsoft. Microsoft's, the Python extension from Microsoft is the one we are using, and the one which works well for what we are doing here. So you click on this one and you just, let me remove this. Then you install from here. You can install, there are different versions to install, but the current one is working perfectly fine. It's the current updates that I'm using. So you can install the current updates, but they have several others, but there's really no need to install that. So you just do this. Then after installing this and making sure you've installed, you restart your device, your computer. Okay. Then you open your Anaconda Navigator once again and your Visual Studio Code. Please let me know if that doesn't work, if you've tried that, but I know that that should be the solution to.
Okay, thank you, Toby. So since you have already saved that Python script, all you need to do is go to the file, open file, and open that script and see that it runs. So Toby, please still keep your screen up.
Okay, ma.
Just keep it up so that if anyone has any question, we can take it. If you have any question at all, please type it. We will just allow you select your Python interpreter, start your computer again, ensure that you can see the Python conda as your interpreter below, and we are good to go. Okay, so we just leave you to do that. While you are trying to do that, I just want you to listen carefully so that I can give you a few information, because this is all that I want to do today. It is very important that we have our software working well, so that you can follow the class as it goes. We are going to be doing is a Python course. It's not a further math course, it's a Python course, but we are just using Python. We are using further maths as the base to teach Python. So that for some of us that are taking further maths or math in our schools, some of us that want to read engineering courses, some of us that just have interest in being able to program, I can assure you that by the end of this first month, you will be programming with Python. I can actually assure you that. Aside from that, for those of us that are taking either maths or further maths, we are going to be covering topics like sets, sequences and series, binomial theorem, permutation and combination, topics that we can find in our further math syllabus. So what it means is that you'll be gaining deeper insights into those topics. But it's really, really important that your software is working, so that as we are going through every step, you are enjoying the class as we go. Our lecturer for this course is Professor Fakinlede. He's a professor of systems engineering in the University of Lagos. Because today is just a housekeeping session, he's not going to be here, but he's going to be the one that will be taking us through the course. The days that we are going to be having this course is Mondays 7 to 9, Saturdays 6 to 8. You'll be receiving emails from the admin concerning this schedule. Mondays will be purely for our lectures. It's going to be for 2 hours. Saturdays is going to be for tutorials, and we'll be doing some self-tests. So you'll be taking tests as you go along the way, just to be sure that you are actually understanding what we are doing. And the reason why we are choosing these 2 periods, that we understand that some of us are in school. Schools are opening on Monday. We know that some of us also will be getting ready to enter the universities, and we don't want you to miss out on the course because of your schoolwork. So Mondays, you just need to dedicate time between 7 and 9 on Mondays. You have the whole of the week to do your schoolwork and also to go back to the recordings of the sessions. On Saturdays, it's going to be tutorials, and self-test. Of course, every lecture will be recorded and they will be uploaded on the course web page. So what it means is that after class, if you still want to go back and listen to what was done in class at your own pace, you can actually go to the course page and get the recordings of the lectures. Definitely, you might not get the recording that day because, of course, the class is 7 to 9. But Tuesday, Wednesday, latest Wednesday, I'm sure the videos will be uploaded for you to go through. Also, you'll be receiving the notes for each class before the class itself. You'll be seeing the slide. The slides will already be on the course page before the actual lecture day. What does this do? It means that you can actually go through the notes. You can note your questions. You can note areas where you're having challenges. And by the time lectures, you're having the lecture, you will be able to ask specific questions. And that will be more efficient for you. Another important thing I would like to mention is that we'll be attending to every question that you have, but you have to make use of the comment box. I want to tell you how you'll be able to ask questions. So by the time we start the course and you click on any of the slides, I just want to check one. So if you look down, these are some of the comments. There's always a comment box. So this is how the course page will look like by the time we start. You will see that we'll be uploading all the slides. We'll be putting in the recording. For example, this is a previous course we've had. This is the recording. This is the lecture slide. And just below that is a comment box. So you'll be able to ask questions. After today, for example, if you have any problem with installations and all that, you will see a comment box where you can ask. You can just post a question and we'll be there to attend to it, okay? We'll be there to attend to it. So everyone just listen the next few minutes because we are going to try this. Okay, Tommy saying I can see the content now, fine. So for those of us that are feeling downloading, we've restarted our computers, please listen to this. Now, I'm going to run this code to be sure that it doesn't give me any error. Just for the purpose of this demonstration, don't worry, we'll explain everything that we are doing later in the course. Just put beside the first line here, you will see a red dot come up. Just do a click, it's a breakpoint. Make sure that that red dot comes up. Don't worry about what it means now, you get to know later. I just want to run this. Then go to run and say start debugging. It's going to ask you what type of file you want to debug. Choose the Python file, okay? Immediately you select Python, you will see that there's a kind of yellow arrow by the sides here, and you will see some buttons here, okay? Now this button is like a play pause button. Just click on it. I want to finish running this. Click on it until you can see that you have something down here. Look at the terminal down here and be sure that you are not getting an error message, but you can see an output. Don't worry about that, what that means. I just want to be sure you are not getting any error. So once you run it and you can see that you are not having any error, then it means that everything is intact. Let me try to run this again without debugging. So I think for the purpose of this demonstration, just go to run and say run without debugging, and ensure that you don't get any error message in this terminal. I'm going to stop right now and ask if anyone has any question on the information I gave to you or on what I just did or anything at all. For those that already have their conda working, were you able to run without any error? Okay, not yet. Yeah, no problem. You have to, this will take time. So of course, you are going to get this recording. You have a comment box where you can ask questions. You have the admin's email where you can send email to. So I can assure you, if you have questions and you post it over the weekend, we will attend to it before Monday, just to be sure that everybody is set, okay? So just ensure that your Python interpreter is working. Immediately you install, don't forget, restart your system. Restart your system, kickstart your Anaconda again, launch your Visual Studio Code, open the Python script, this particular one that you typed in, and run it to be sure that you don't get an error message. So before we sign off for today, even though I'm going to take this off today, remember that you still have your vent portion and your vent 3. So you can also use that also to run to check if, so at least I've gotten 3 people that did this successfully. It means that every one of us will be able to do this if we follow all the steps that we've itemized.